we love the excitement, and I love the sparring and the music you get. But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
The Drake and Kendrick thing got totally out of hand. Do you think it spiraled out of control?
The world, right away, the world became like politics. You're either Democrat or Republican. You're either Kendrick or you Drake. And you gotta pick a side, boom, boom. And I felt like the nigga that was like disgusted. You know what I mean? So when you say, did it get out of hand? It's like, creatively, that's not my place to say.
Right.
But I think the out of hand that I think is like, to me, is like disgusting how people try to use that opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
right,
or just like pile on
that's a fact.
And tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great.
Jay-Z is sitting in a quiet room for his first major interview in a minute, reflecting on a year that left him feeling heartbroken and occasionally filled with uncontrollable anger. He leans back in his chair, shrugging off the public's perception of his losses while watching the 2024 Kendrick and Drake beef unfold through the lens of social media. As he watches armies clash online, he thinks to himself, I don't know if I love where this is going. I don't know if it's helpful to our growth anymore. He sees the negative stuff that modern technology brings to these conflicts, noting how it no longer feels like a simple musical spar, but an attempt to wreck a man's marriage or ruin relationships with children. He shakes his head slowly, feeling like the old guy wagging the finger, because he realizes that unlike the battles of the past, this digital version takes up all the oxygen and refuses to let the fire die out. He looks directly at the interviewer, his expression weary, and admits, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore. He hates having that point of view, but he sees how technology has turned a pillar of hip-hop into something that takes the culture a couple steps back. When the conversation turns to the conspiracy theories that he only picked Kendrick for the Super Bowl to spite Drake, he shrugs again and says, what the fuck? I'm fucking Jay-Z. For what? To what end? He dismisses the noise, telling the world to simply have at it, have fun, because he has finished playing defense.
It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
Hip-hop just lived through one of the wildest eras of rap beef, but what if the most important move was the one J. Cole didn't make? Kendrick Lamar and Drake turned competition into all-out warfare, with classic records, viral moments, and a culture-shifting storyline. But along the way, the disses got darker, the accusations got nastier, and it stopped feeling like just bars and started looking like real-life damage. J. Cole stepped in for one song, then apologized, deleted it, and said the energy felt spiritually wrong. Was he soft for that, or was he actually the first superstar to say, this is where we draw the line?
Before you made the apology, the 5 minutes, the 5 hours before, was it something that you had really thought of and planned? No. Or did you get on the stage and felt like, I need to do this?
No, it hit me an hour before.
Okay.
But before that, I was stressing the fuck out but in the moment that the idea came to me, like via God, it's like, oh man, I lifted and I got light and I got excited. I got so excited because, you know, to tell you the 2 or 3 days before that, it was like, oh my, nah, this is terrible, because I felt like I misrepresented myself. You know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden I'm giving life to division and to negative storylines or negative perceptions on somebody that I fuck with and got love for. You know what I mean? Somebody that I like care about. And it's like, oh shit. In my mind, of course, I mean, I could take you back to, we know why that happened in the first place, right. But just to answer your question, that shit had me feeling terrible, because I'm like, oh my God, like this shit is nasty. This shit don't feel right. And of course, leading up to it, when I was doing it, it made sense. Actually, I can't really say it made sense, but in a moment where I wasn't clear, like we were just talking about, I chose to do something that didn't align. It's like putting on the fucking, outfit, the Versace sweater or whatever. In a moment where I wasn't clear, I chose to go this way for reasons that I could tell you about. But all you need to know right now is like, yo, I felt miserable about it.
Because now you have Jay-Z himself questioning if this kind of battling even belongs in hip-hop anymore, calling out how bringing kids and real-life smears into it pulls the culture backwards. If he's taking the high road, doesn't that validate Cole's decision to walk away?
Well, until now.
As a spectator, what did you think of the 2024 back and forth between him and Drake?
I'm going to have an answer you're not going to like.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're going to like it. That's presumptuous. I think that, look, there was 4 pillars of hip hop. There are 4 pillars of hip hop, right?
Yep.
There's breakdancing.
Yep.
And it's graffiti.
Yep.
There's DJing and battling.
Yep.
Break dance is not at the forefront of rap anymore. It's actually an Olympics sport. So that's dead. Graffiti.
Yeah.
Beautiful, in certain places.
Yeah.
And even in major art and Keith Haring
Yeah.
and Basquiat, actually, a street artist,
Yep.
took it to a next level. It's not part of hip hop. DJing. The DJ was in the forefront. It was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right. Yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
You don't even know the DJ for half of the artists anymore. Who's Drake DJ? I have no idea. Okay.
Couldn't tell you off top.
That no longer exists. And the last pillar is battling. We love the excitement. And I love the sparring and the music you get. But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, because it's almost like it's a final thing. Now people that like Kendrick hate Drake.
Yeah.
No matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful to our growth. Where the fallout lands, especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fighting.
Yeah, and it's like, it's too far.
Yeah.
It's like bringing kids in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like that. Maybe I've grown in a space that is probably, I sound like the old guy wagging the thing. But I think we can achieve the same thing as far as like sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing. And, you had the battle and it was fun and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
Because it takes up so much oxygen.
It takes up so much oxygen.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every day they're just trying
They're
to
still talking about it.
It's not just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song I like this.
Yeah.
No, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah.
It's like trying to, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like taking us a couple steps back.
Yeah.
Or is Jay-Z about to get the same "you're ducking the smoke" narrative that fans put on J. Cole just for refusing to feed an algorithm that might be addicted to negativity? This raises the question, does Jay-Z have the influence to refocus the narrative of the culture?
Everything in life happens for your greatest good. Everything. I had to not get a deal in order to become who I am today. It didn't feel like the greatest blessing of all. It was the greatest blessing that I didn't get a deal, right? So again, everything in your life, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
When you
Don't skip over that.
Yeah.
It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So you just got to know the distinction. Everything is just how you relate to it. There's no good or bad. Shit happens. It's life.
When did you reach that acceptance of that concept, though?
I read a lot of books earlier, Seed of the Soul, Celestine Prophecies, and, all these different books. And I was picking up all these gems and jewels on the way. But I was also 26 when I came in, and I lived a lot of life in those 26 years. Marcy to Trenton, New Jersey, to Cambridge, Maryland, to Newport News, Virginia. I met all sorts of people, been in all sorts of situations, and I came out without a scratch.
No, look, stop. I put your rhyme style in the shop. I don't give a fuck if we battle on your block. Fuck how you feel. I'm too fucking for real. Niggas the rapper. Pop pills and flex on the jail grills. Enough skills, so baby pill. When Jay-Z bill, it's crazy ill. Making more chickens and shady.
This raises the question, are the real leaders in hip-hop today the ones who stand 10 toes down and go to war? Or are they the ones like J. Cole and Jay-Z who want to take the higher route, and which side are you on?
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not going to act like we've been communicating and talking. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with them like post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. That's me not knowing where they at. Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with like how I actually feel. I genuinely love these niggas. Like I be wanting to shoot off a text. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie.